shake God's hand, thanking for more blessings than one man can stand. Then I'm gonna get a guitar and start a rock and roll band. Check it to a swell hotel. Ain't the afterlife grand? And then I'm gonna get a cocktail, vodka and ginger ale. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette that's 9 miles long. I'm gonna kiss that pretty girl.
What's going on, everybody? Quarantine Kitchen, episode 15, I believe. We're playing Hurt a little bit. John Prine passed away yesterday, so we're going to jam a little JP tonight. Probably going to get hammered. And then I'm going to answer some of the questions you guys are sending me on the Facebooks. So, definitely was not in the mood to do anything cooking-wise tonight. So we decided to try Armando's Taco and Pasta Shop. Local folks here in Gillette, I love them. One of the children, not a fan of them. But her opinion doesn't count. So that's what we have tonight. So we got Armando's. The impressive thing was, from the time we called him to the time, and the guy that brought this was like the boss. I'm not sure what he does, but they all call him Jefe, so I assume he's the one in charge, because I've watched Narcos and I know what that means. 28 minutes. 28 minutes from the time I hung up on the phone to the young lady, Jefe delivered the bag. The problem I wasn't anticipating was 28 minutes from order take to delivery. It took me 32 minutes to get him to answer the phone because the phone was busy the whole time, which I'm fine. That's good. If they're selling tacos, everyone's doing well. So here we go. We got a gigantic burrito there. We got another. Oh, those are my shrimp tacos right there. I got 4 of their grilled shrimp tacos. They're fabulous. We got a bag of chips. Their salsa and their queso dip, both fabulous. This, probably the difficult child's. Nope, that's the bacon queso. That's the difficult spouse. And, oh yeah, the Caucasian one, the young Caucasian child from the best Mexican food restaurant in town. Maybe second. Los Compadres, Armando's 1 and 2. Different styles, mozzarella sticks from the little blonde, blue-eyed Caucasian child. So, there you have it. Armando's Takeout. We're going to munch on this for a little bit, and then I'm going to jump on and answer the questions that you guys have been sending me. So, here we go. God, I miss John Prine.
You made such a big deal about us eating. Oh my gosh, of course. No, that's not our job. It's KJ's if he's going to get so upset about it.
I agree.
All red.
Alright, so we're trying something a little different tonight. Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1, camera 2. So, I am going to answer the Facebook questions. I'm trying this. So, I have Facebook Live here. I am taping here. I didn't know how to see my questions, so I had to open up another tab here. So, let's get to some questions. First question from Joe. How do I get a QK t-shirt, and could you sign it for me? Yes, and I'm not sure yet. So we have our graphics design team coming up with some kind of a graphic or something that we could perhaps put on a shirt. The problem right now, I don't know what the shirt people are doing. I don't know if they're working. The other issue is the places that you find online that you could just submit a logo to and have them make you a shirt. They're out of China. And, I mean, I promised myself that this wasn't going to get racist, but we're not going to let this get racist. So, Joe, merch is in the works. So, we are looking into it. Okay, next question from Gino. You use videotape? No. I do, however, still use that term because the last time I was in any sort of formal education, we were shooting to tape. They were little tapes, but we were still shooting to tape. Those of you that do not know Gino, my friends at home, he is I don't know what branch of the government does all the speaking. The press corps person. He's the communications manager. He speaks on behalf of the city of Gillette, and it is hilarious because, I mean, I know everybody, you think that, you have your local Facebook pages and whatnot, and I sure you read it and you think, God, we got some dumbass people where you live. Yeah, you ain't got dumbass people like we got dumbass people here. So, it's actually quite comical to watch Gino interact. He does a very good job. I mean, he's speaking on behalf of the government, and he still makes it fun without crossing a line that I would cross. So, next we have Christy. Christy, hold on, I got other stuff going on my other. I got all kinds of tabs open here. Hold on. Let's close this one. Let's go. Okay, so we're still good here. Christy says, I know of a shirt person working. Okay, Christy, we know of a shirt person working. We don't have a logo yet. So we're working with the logo people right now. There's one of my messengers popping up with, I'm sure, probably a very dirty picture or meme or something that everyone's been sending. Christy's question. When do I get a pot of green chili? Well, that's what we're doing here. You get a pot of green chili when you put all the stuff that I showed you in the pot, and then you do that, then bam, you'll have green chili. So it's kind of magical. No, I'm just kidding. When this whole thing's over and everyone can get back out and about, I'll make some green chili for the folks, the friends, everyone up here. What I won't do is make it again without getting my chilies from home. So I'm not going to tell you I'm going to quit my job to go back down and get some Pueblo chilies, but I might push it to the brink to where there would have to be a decision made. But I will cook my green chili moving forward with the chilies from down home. So that's just what we do. Okay, now below Christy's question, there's several replies. Fred, okay, Fred, you're on the list. Oh wait, no, Fred and Christy, they're gonna split it. Carson wants a slopper, and Cade wants 20 sloppers. There might be an upcharge, Cade, for the 20 sloppers. I'll have to check with the budget folks and see how that'll work. But yeah, I look forward to getting together and cooking with people. Jay, Heidi, how are you guys doing? Normally with Jay and Heidi, I can tell which one of you posts stuff from the account. This, you leave it. It's kind of hard to tell, hey, when are you coming to Florida to cook for me? with the smile emoji. I'm not sure which one of you that is. We're not coming to Florida anytime soon now. We tried Florida during the summer several years ago, and it was nothing short of miserable. Funny story, we're down there July 4th. We go to check out the Disney in Orlando, and we do that whole tour. Also caught the race at Daytona. We are at Animal Kingdom, and it is on. Oh, I hope the audio doesn't start playing off that. Okay. We are at Magic Kingdom. I believe this was July 4th, actually, that day. I am walking around. I have the backpack like the dad, just what your dad would have, the backpack, the jorts, the white New Balance, although I think I wear Adidas, and it is hot as balls down there. And there were people that worked at the park that would come up to me and be like, "Sir, are you doing okay? Is there something you need? Is your blood sugar low?" I don't know. Boss lady found it funny. The girls found it funny. I didn't think it was funny. I didn't think I looked that bad. But also, that's the only time in my life I can recall my shins sweating. So yeah, no, probably not going to make it down there this summer. Okay, so here we go. Oh, Aunt Francie, the jar of tomato sauce you used the other night. What makes it so special, and where did you buy it? Stop, hold on. Oh, shoot, I had it here. Okay. All right, so that tomato sauce is Roaus, R-A-O apostrophe. I don't know. I don't speak Italian. It's just, we like it. It's significantly more healthy than the Chef Boyardee or the Ragu. It just has the stuff that you'd make spaghetti sauce with. I guess if you had a garden. Tomatoes, salt, basil, olive oil, onions, salt, garlic, pepper. There's no sugar in it, so there's no added sugar. I know Mama made the comment about how expensive this is. I mean, really, how much is too much to pay for your health? So yeah, Francie, Roads. Like I said, I don't speak Italian, so I'm not sure. This comes from Morgan. Hi, Morgan. Hi, Justin. Hold on. Let's get back to the stream real fast. Let's see. I see stuff flashing. So I got people. Oh, here we go. Oh my goodness. 8 new comments. Joe says, please don't let the lawyers get involved in your t-shirt. We won't have lawyers. We're going to try to. I did have some lawyers involved. I'll get to that in a minute. It was unintentional, but we'll get to that here in a second. So, yeah, Joe, I'm with you. We're going to try to keep the lawyers out of this. So, Morgan asks, is the 5-drink limit just a special add-on for quarantine, or does the 5-drink limit exist outside of quarantine meals as well? So, I don't know if I didn't explain it well enough. The 5-drink limit is I limit myself to 5 drinks when preparing the meal. So it could turn out to be a 17-drink night. That's happened once or twice, a couple different times that we've turned it, and it's never pretty. But I just try to limit it to 5. I've actually cut it back to 4 because 5 is, I don't know, I don't feel like I'm being very respectful to the food if I'm that far into the evening's drinking while we're cooking supper. So we try to hold it to 4, but yeah, that's kind of a good rule I've had since my wife told me I was going to have it. So that's that. Yes, I did make that comment that all alcohol rule questions should be directed to Boss Lady. Chris asks, do you agree with the one in charge regarding... Yeah, I do. Well, Chris, what do you... You have a boss lady. You know who makes the rules. Okay. Courtney Tallman says she loves the show. Thank you. Thank you. Does Boss Lady find you as entertaining as we all do? And my favorite meal to cook. I would say after 15 years of this, Boss Lady finds me tolerable. Would probably be the word I would go with. Moderately tolerable, I think would be the best way to describe the relationship right now. Maybe a half step below that now that we've been home together nonstop for what seems like 7 months, which really been like 14 days. But yeah, I try to make it fun. It's like I said earlier, your wife is going to put up with a lot more shit if when she comes home from work, which that's one thing too I don't think I got into. I am home from work before her, so she teaches, and if you or your spouse are a teacher, that just because the kids get on the bus and leave, the teachers don't get to go home, which I don't understand. I think that's kind of bullshit personally. But so I'm usually home before her, and I think this would probably go either way. If your spouse comes home and you're already, into the weeds per se, if you're in the kitchen and you're preparing dinner, that makes you tolerable. So, I'm going to go with tolerable. My favorite meal to cook, it's green chili. Like, I like it because it usually takes all day. The stuff that's actually a big cook, barbecue and green chili are kind of the two things I enjoy the most. My favorite meal to eat is a ribeye. Ranch raised Southeast Colorado, SRS Red Angus. My favorite meal to cook, though, honestly, is green chili. I enjoy it quite a bit. Hello, Stephanie. Do I coordinate my music playlist with my dinner plans? And what are my favorite stations to listen to while I cook? Music stations, when I cook, I only listen to Outlaw Country. Sirius XM Channel 60 is the only station I listen to that I let them pick and choose. Typically, that's the Wednesday nights. You have the Big Ass Happy Family Jubilee with Johnny Knoxville and his cousin, Roger Allen Wade. They did a great one tonight, actually, on, as they described, he's the second most famous man in the country right now behind Joe Exotic. I'm sure you guys have all got the trick texts where you get the picture of something happening, and then it's the large African-American fellow that has the thing down there between his legs. They did a good show on him tonight, so that's one of my favorites to listen to. My playlist stuff I play with on Spotify. I have a whiskey playlist that anything that I'm listening to that usually pops up on Outlaw Country, I throw on the whiskey playlist. And then occasionally Boss Lady will have something she wants to throw in. And it's hard for an aging man to admit that occasionally his daughters will listen to a decent song. A banger, I think is what the kids call them. So I'll throw a banger in there for the girls. But most of the time it's just good old Outlaw Country stuff. Tonight there's been a lot of things. I'm listening to the Steve Earle show now, and he's done a little Joe Diffie, Kenny Rogers, and then John Prine, which was just been like a shitty 10 days for people that love music. But that's quite the festival list right there with those three guys. So those have been the big three I've been listening to here last couple of days. John Prine, especially today, like I said, the John Prine thing, that sucks. Chris has not seen an episode where Kevin includes measured quantities. Chris, you haven't seen one of those because there are not one of those that exists. I'm certain you're a Byfield guy. That is correct. But could you incorporate some of Boss Lady's techniques? I can try. Majority of the time, I'm thinking here of the stuff that I like to cook. Really, the only thing that I know that I cook that has any sort of a measured quantity is the cup of flour in my green chili. I can't think right now off the top of my head anything else I make that I use any sort of measuring device for. But if it comes up in anything I am doing moving forward, I'll make sure to include some numbers. I know you're a math guy, Chris, like by the numbers, so we'll try to do it. Matt Sentner says he loves the show. Thank you. I have, when pouring whiskey drinks, why are you measuring? My experienced cocktail mixologists are able to eyeball it. That is probably correct. I like to measure it so I kind of know how fast we're going down the road. You know what I mean? Sure, if you're driving a top fuel dragster everywhere you go, you're just putting her to the floor and it's 330 at 1,000 feet. That's not what we're doing. Like, I like to keep a little bit of I like cruise control. I'm not an adrenaline junkie. I like to watch racing. I like to watch things go fast. I, however, do not like to go fast. So cruise control, 83 in an 80, 82 in an 80. That's kind of where I like to be with that. Jay and Heidi again. I think you need to incorporate some Def Leppard or some Bon Jovi and do some dancing. Roommate we had in college, and then my little brother, Austin, Joe's son, they left me a hilarious voicemail one night making fun of me. I was on a date with a girl significantly out of my league, and they left me a funny voicemail talking about how I had no rhythm and I can't dance for shit. That was probably the most honest voicemail I've ever had left for me, so I do not dance. The music, yeah, I'll do. I actually got into some trouble today. I don't monetize. Like, I have zero desire for any of the stuff I do to, like, make money. But these videos from Facebook, then I put on YouTube. The 14th episode, they actually just took it down altogether because anything you put on there that has AC/DC or the opportunity for the artist to monetize it, they just take it off. So I'm going to have to learn a little bit about who I can and can't play. But I know right now I damn sure can't play AC/DC. I'm going to guess Metallica's probably that way because Lars is kind of a douche. So I won't be playing any Metallica. But yeah, we'll try. We'll get a little Def Leppard. Jen and I are actually supposed to go see Def Leppard end of August with The Crew and Poison and Joan Jett. But I don't think I don't think that's going to happen. Chad Brown. Wait, let's go back to the stream. Let's see if I got any more questions coming in over here. No. So, back over here. Okay. Chad Brown. To follow up on Matt Sentner's question, what would be the problem with starting out a little heavy on the fresh ingredients? The problem with starting out a little heavy is you're going to hit the wall going into turn 2. Like, that's... you spend all weekend at practice. Like, the crew drives the hauler all the way across the country. You practice. The crew chief, they put the setup you want in the car. Everything's ready to go. They wave the old green flag and you hauler off into one and you don't lift and you just wad it up. I mean, what good? You're going to lose sponsors. It's just not... Yeah, I mean, if we were tight for time or something like that, then yeah, that's probably, sail her off into one and hope she sticks and see what happens. But we're not. I'm 40, man. We don't sail her off into turn 1 anymore like that. So, Armando's tonight was phenomenal. Get carry out from the people, the restaurants, your favorite spots in the city you're in. I want this stuff to stay open here in the summer when we get back out and start acting like start acting a fool, I want the restaurants to be there. So I think that's about all I got here. So, oh, wait a minute. 4 new comments. Hold on. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Holy cow, it's happening fast now. Brady Ho, what's up, Mr. McAllister? Brady, I played a little of that for the girls. I'll be honest, they weren't as impressed as I. Jay, Heidi, I still want to see you dance. No. Whiskey River, Whiskey River's a great song again. I worry a little bit about the lawyers getting involved with that. Boss Lady is awesome. Jane, Heidi, I agree. That is Aunt Heidi. Hi, Aunt Heidi. I think the bull sale went okay, Terrell. I can't encourage that enough of people. There's a process that goes into it. I might have to talk to somebody that knows a little bit more about everything involved. If you're disgusted by paying $18 a pound for a ribeye at King Soopers, find a local rancher. Just put the question on Facebook and ask for somebody. There are people out there that are selling beef. They might not always have it ready the day that you contact them, but if you give them a heads up and let them know, hey man, this fall I want to buy a steer, or hey, this fall me and a buddy want to split a steer, it will change your life food-wise. Like, there's nothing better. I don't care if you're at Nobu or at Craft Steak. You will not beat this. I almost said beat the meat, but I stopped myself. I didn't. It's a kids program. You will not beat the quality of beef that you can get from just having your local rancher fatten one up for you and get it butchered. That's the way to do it.
Hey everybody, Fats Catherine here.
Casey Eichenberg, ribeyes are the shiznittle. Yeah, they are, man. Like, that's ribeye. I don't know why you would rather eat anything else. That's the best way to do it. Oh, there it is. Hi, Heidi. Joe Self, thanks you. I love you, Joe. Love you, buddy. Brady, you the man? No, Brady, you're the man, actually. I got a little something special for next week, too, Brady. I think you're going to be impressed. Everyone else is going to be pissed. But we'll see. We'll put the hammer down on everybody. All right, that's all we got. Episode 15, I think, is what we just finished. So we'll be back to cooking tomorrow night. All right, thanks, everybody.